Do not ever, and I mean do not ever, work at a warehouse job unless you absolutely have to. Warehouse jobs are trash. They're the worst. Like right now, I'm just working this warehouse job. I work two jobs, and one of my jobs I work as at a warehouse, and I'm just using it to as a stepping stone. I'm not gonna be there long. I'm just using it to fund my side hustle. But like the people there are trash. Like it has nothing to do about your work ethic. Like there's this one dude at my job, and he's lazy as fuck. He doesn't do shit. He comes to work high as hell, and he fucks up the whole operation. And even this one dude I was working with, he works his ass off too. And he's like, "Yo, I'm about to strangle this dude I'm about to strangle this dude when he comes in." Like that's how pissed off he was, cause this dude, he doesn't help out. He just walks around, doesn't fucking help out the operation, and the fucking supervisors and managers know he's lazy as hell, and they don't do shit. They don't say shit to him. That's what be getting me. Like just because this dude makes them laugh and smile, they don't say nothing to him. They don't say nothing to him, all because they feel comfortable and happy. But this dude just walks around and is lazy as fuck and doesn't help out. He's an awful team player. He's trash. He's fucking trash. And I'm not gonna say the warehouse that I work at. And I'm not gonna say any names, obviously, but I don't give a fuck who sees this video, because it's fucked up how the people who are lazy, the people who gossip, and the people who talk shit, they get praised. They get the easier work. They get it nice and smooth at that place. But all the people who are working hard and who actually give a damn about their work ethic, and some may even give a damn about the company. I don't give a fuck about the company. I'm just there to get some bread and go off about my fucking business. Excuse me as if I'm like swearing a lot, but this shit pisses me off. Like I'd be ready to catch a body in that place. I'd be ready to strangle the fuck out of somebody. That's how much this warehouse job gets to me every time I walk through that fucking place. And the managers and the supervisors, they talk a lot of shit and they get promoted, and they'll just be walking around, and some of these boxes be over 100 something pounds, and people will be needing help. People will be struggling lifting trying to lift these boxes for these bitch ass people, and they'll just fucking look at them struggle. They'll cross their arms like a fucking plantation owner, stand with their legs spread apart, and watch them struggle trying to lift the boxes up. They get a kick out of that shit. They get a kick out of their position. And there's this one dude too on van line 1. And anytime the belt stops around the building, because somebody stops the belt, and it makes the whole fucking warehouse belt stop, because they need to like assort the boxes and put them where they belong. And this place is literally the modern day slave plantation. And this job made me stronger mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because it really showed me how nasty people are, and at the same time, it's like a workout. But this job is gonna put me in a better position. So right now, I'm just sacrificing for now. You just gotta do what you gotta do. But anytime the bell stops around the building, this guy's like, keep loading, and I'm not even on van line 1. I'm not on van line 1. But anytime he does this shit every day, every hour. He's like, keep loading. And he'll just cross his arms, keep loading. Thank God I don't work on that van line, because I don't know what I would have. That dude would have drove me crazy. I would have been left that place a long time ago. Basically, what I do is I drive around on this yellow Tugger, and I deliver the boxes to the van lines. The packages, they be on this yellow Tugger, and I drive it around, and I just stop at each van line and shit like that and deliver the packages. But every time, bro, it's like a challenge to try to just keep my composure in that place. Excuse me. Anyway, I feel like I had to burp, but anyways, it's trash. And the ones who just lazy and gossip, they kiss management's ass, and they love them. And they be talking about all types of shit too. Like there's this dude at my job. We'll just call him Jay. And I remember it was my second day on the job, and I was just minding my business. I didn't say nothing to this guy. I came in there, and at the time they had me in the trucks unloading the packages. So this dude was out scanning the packages, and I was in there unloading the boxes. And as I was minding my business, him and this other dude, they were talking about this guy in the movie who had like a facial scar. And the other dude, not Jay, but the other dude he was talking to, he looks at me and he's like, "Is this conversation gonna offend you?" And I'm like, "Nah, like I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care." And they kept on talking. Then I say a few minutes later, Jay's bitch ass, his fake bitch ass, he makes this slick ass comment about my facial scar. Because I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like it's not noticeable, but it's noticeable at the same time. Like it's faded, but you can see it. It's like on my right cheek. He's like, he makes some slick comment about my facial scar, and I want to say something so bad, but I didn't because they would have looked at me as like the angry black man because they had no idea, like it was my second day on the job, so they don't really know me like that and they expect you to act like that. So I said, I'm just gonna keep it fucking moving. And he makes a slick ass comment about my facial scar. He says the comment out loud, but he doesn't look directly at me. But I knew exactly who he was talking about. I knew exactly who he was talking about. And who he was trying to target, his fake bitch ass. But every time he sees me till this day, he smiles in my face and acts like he's not like that. Like he ain't like he didn't like he wasn't trying to be like he wasn't slick and shit like that. Like yeah, I like to act dumb in social situations, but that's part of the game. That's part of the role. Act dumb, act oblivious, act like you don't have any social cues or whatever. But this whole time you just gathering all this information. The whole time you watching everybody. Like fuck everybody in that warehouse. Honestly, besides a few people, because a few people in there are pretty chill. But fuck the management, fuck the supervisors, fuck the coworkers, fuck all y'all. Honestly, I don't give a fuck who sees this video. I don't give a fuck if I get fired. I don't give a fuck about no reference. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Fuck corporate America. Fuck everybody. Period. Y'all racist as fuck too. Straight up, like y'all pick and choose favorites. This Hispanic dude could come into work, be lazy as hell, walk around, not help out, fuck up the whole operation, and y'all don't say shit to this guy. You don't say shit to that nigga, but I stay stationary for 1 minute just to tape some boxes up, or I stay stationary for 1 minute just to get a fucking break, or I go to get a fucking drink of water. These people want to give me work to do. Can you do this, do this, do this? But everybody else can be stationary and they don't say shit to them. And it'd be the management too, like it'd be the manager too, and supervisors. They just feel uncomfortable around me because they know that I represent something great. They know that I'm not afraid to be myself. They know I'm not going with the fucking narrative. Fuck that warehouse. Honestly, like again, every single time I walk into this place, I have to like I have to like go to the bathroom and just go within for a little bit. I have to go within, just take a deep breath, or else I'm gonna just spaz the fuck out, and they're gonna kick my ass out. And I'm just trying to hang on there a little longer because I'm close to reaching my goal. So I'm just trying to just hang in there tight. But man, I'd be ready to crash out, just slap the fuck out of everybody, because everybody deserves a slap. Almost everybody in that place deserves a slap. Not everybody, because this is one girl too who she's chill too. I fuck with her, but I fuck with her and this other dude. But when I go to work, I'm not there to talk to nobody. Like, and they be looking at me weird too because number one, I'm not representing the stereotype. That's what they don't like. I'm not representing the stereotype that they feel comfortable with. And number two, I don't say shit out my mouth. They see my work ethic. They see I work hard. So, they love to push this narrative that black men are lazy. So when they see me, cause I'd be working. I just be in my zone. I'd be working. I don't say nothing to nobody unless it's to like some people that I know who are down to earth, who I know are chill. I don't even give them any personal information. I just have some, just like chop it up with them. But that's what they don't like. That I just come into work and mind my business. And even the managers be looking at me weird because I'm not going with the narrative. I'm a complete um I'm a complete living refutation of the narrative that they love to push. And I said this in my other video, but just the other day I was even telling the big boss, who was this white dude. He was just walk. He comes in there sometimes and walks around. He's the big boss, this white dude. I was telling him like, yo, is it about skill or is it about narrative and being social? And he didn't answer my question. He just looked at me with a blank face. Like when I come out here in this real world, I'm not pretending. I'm not like this in front. I'm not just like this in front of the camera. Like I'm representing like real shit. This is serious shit. Like I don't know why y'all don't think this shit is serious out here, but it is. Unless you're a house nigga or something like that, you have it smooth in Uncle Sam's house. But it just kills me how me, a person who's grinding, who's literally, and they see it too, but they just don't want to. They don't want to acknowledge a black man's work. Other black dude too. My black manager, we'll call him Q. He probably don't want to acknowledge it too. They just don't want to. You feel me? But they'll acknowledge the lazy motherfuckers. They'll acknowledge the people who just talk shit and gossip and don't focus on their work because people go to work to socialize like a fucking social club when it's meant to be about business, when it's meant to be about getting to point A to point B. Do the job and go home. But y'all want to push. But y'all want to create. Motherfucking managers and supervisors be flirting with the employees. Shit is just wild at this warehouse, yo. And they have these unrealistic expectations. They expect you to kill yourself for pennies, yo. But the dude who represents the stereotype, who's sagging, they have no issue with him. The white people feel comfortable with him. You know, everybody feels comfortable with him. But everybody just, I just, you know, as a black man, as a conscious black man too, you will be ostracized from your work group. I had some women too on the job that would be flirting with me and shit like that. But you know, first of all, I'm not trying to catch a case because let's say you get into a relationship or something like that, and something doesn't go right, they can go back to the fucking HR and say you did something to them that you didn't do because they're just so emotional, and women tend to be emotional, especially when they're upset. They tend to be very emotional, and they don't be thinking straight. Not all women, but a very majority of women. You know, but I'm gonna be real with you. I was thinking about like after I leave that place. You know what? Never mind. Forget it. Never mind. I was thinking about asking this girl out, but I don't know. I don't know. She at this job because she really be feeling me too. Like I know she does. She shows me a lot of signs too, but I just don't really like trying to be making moves and shit like that at work. Because when I'm at work, I'm serious. I'm a completely different person when I'm at work than when I'm outside of work. So, but I was thinking about like after I leave that place, I was gonna like get her number. But let me know what you guys think. But anyways, yo, if you absolutely have to work a warehouse job just to get some bread or just to put yourself in a better position, then do it. But I highly recommend not to work a warehouse job because these people, man, warehouse jobs have some of the most trashiest people. It's crazy. Like people literally be flirting, making comments and shit like that. Like those, and you know Jay, the one who talks, his mouth runs a check. But Jay that I was just talking about, he was making some comments about this supervisor, like talking about how he wanted to like fuck the shit out of her, and she'd be telling her that she'd be looking good, and she'd be getting all flattered and shit like that. And then this dude will literally go back and tell another coworker what he told um the supervisor, who's like this Latina chick. And I'm not gonna lie, she's bad as fuck. Like she's fire. Like she's fire. Like she's okay, but you know, like I'm smart enough to know not to fucking engage with the person, especially a supervisor who you gotta see every day and who's telling you what to do. But you know, he gets it easy at that place because he kisses management's ass and his mouth writes a check. But the person who's quiet, people make all sorts of like, especially as a black man too, like they just paint you, they just look at you a different way too. But Especially if you like work hard and just mind your business. Like they don't like that. Fuck warehouse jobs. Fuck, just fuck the system. Fuck corporate America. It's about narrative. It's about kissing ass. And I say it's a lot, but it's so true. Anyways, is there anything else that I want you guys to know about? Like, that's pretty much it. But just avoid warehouse jobs. Try to, unless it's like an absolute must. Um, it's just not it. It's trash. Anyways, peace.